In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a graph in Excel. And what's really awesome is that Excel makes it really easy to make graphs. So let me fix up my data right here that I broke in the last video. Here's some data that we want to make some graph out of. So once you have your data all ready, all you really have to do is click and drag to highlight whatever data it is that you would like to graph. Then you can say, once you have it all highlighted, you can say insert, and then these are your different kinds of graphs, and then even inside there you have more options for different types of graphs depending on what you want. So I'll pick a bar graph, and then I have all these other options I can go with. I'm going to pick the standard, let's go 3-dimensional, fancy. Once I make my 3-dimensional graph, the only annoying thing is it kind of plunks it down right in the middle of your way so you can grab it and move it. What I like to do is you can even, once you have this thing and it's in your way and you don't like it, what I would do is I would cut it and paste it and get it out of my way. So you could say, so you're gonna let me cut this? No. Oh, there's cut. I'm gonna cut it. I just right click on it. I can go down to another tab down here, sheet 2, where it's not in the way, right click and paste. Boom. And then I can move it. I'm gonna move it here to this top corner. But now it's a nice summary of my data that's not in the middle of, in the way of my data. Now, once you've got this, you still have lots of options. Like you can click on the entire graph to move it. If you click just on this title, that's a terrible title for the graph. You can give it a better title. If this piece of information here is not very useful, your legend, like if you don't really have much to have a legend about, you can just click here on the legend and hit delete and get that legend out of the way. And then there are just lots of different options to format your graph. I mean, you could just go to town and make a different color. If you don't like something, you can right click on different things and mess with. I gave you a data label in case you can read that was a 3. You could just really go to town and customize this in all different ways, make it different colors, make it different whatever. If you don't like the way that the axis is, you could just go to, you could, when you click on the actual graph part, see how the dots say you have that highlighted, I could right click and say I want to format the axis, or I want to format the grid lines, or just whatever. So again, you just have so many different ways you could mess with things. You could change how the numbers show up or whatever. But that's besides fine-tuning it, that's how you make a graph. And like I said, there are lots of different types of graphs. So if you wanted to, again, you highlight the range or highlight the cells that you care about. This is the data that I want to graph. I could say insert. I could do, if I wanted to, a pie chart. There it is. Now pie charts can be kind of weird, and they don't always look pretty when you first start them, but you could mess around and change your fill options, you could change your borders, you could just change all sorts of things. You could break your pie pieces apart. That was a little intense. But you could just do all sorts of stuff with these graphs. And again, I typically don't like them right in the middle of everything, so I would typically cut it, go to a different tab, and paste. And also, their titles are always pretty terrible, so you're going to want to change those titles. But that's how you make a quick graph in Excel.